What's going on, people? What is going on, man? As you already know, this is the day after Sunday football on the Cooler Talk Monday side of the game. I am your host tonight, the six-man K-Styles, and to the stage left.
I feel like I'm damn Aquaman or something. What the hell going on my dang whole life?
The disappearing
What the heck is going on?
Got him looking like the imp from Doom over here. Man,
I have to unplug my thing.
My sports. Just like Jermaine would say here, we are the coolest of the cooler. So we appreciate everybody going ahead and tuning in. So make sure you go ahead and tell your friends and family, grandma, side chicks, baby daddies, baby mamas, dogs. Let them know to come in and join in on us for Cooler Talk Monday. Yeah, my boy, you really look like a
I don't know what the heck is going on. Like, so I know what I may have to do. Hopefully, I don't have to do what I got to do.
So, as Mike gets his superpowers out the way, let's go ahead and hit everybody with this real roll call. And today's roll call, we're going to kick it off with the families. Joseph Thornton, we got Fred Butts in the building, Melvin Emery, shouts out to Big Ant, the AFN, family of ours, we got Pat Norris, we got Jamarius Gilliam, shouts out to that brother, y'all make sure y'all show him some love as well. Bobby Boy is on 3, Silas Draven, Brian Peoples, Michael Walker, Old Chicken Hauler, Andrew G, Dame DiBiase, Keyshawn Black. We got Juan in the building. That is the therapist, the Falcon therapist. Make sure you definitely show him some love. We got Queen Asia in the building. Man, you got to definitely show some flowers for all of our female Falcon fans that like to tune in to these shows. Got Monte B, ATL Leo, Weezy B, King Quest. We got Sonya in the building, Clay Melton, Mactown Dirty, Pax Pike, John St. Clair, Desmond in the building, Dreddy, Lawrence. Then we got William Amy. Damn, Mike, you had to switch out your Superman uniform and put your black hoodie on.
Yeah, I guess obviously they probably just didn't like the fact that I got on Stetson Bennett colors. That's probably what it was.
We ain't gonna start this again.
No, of course not. Why would we talk about Stetson Bennett? Nobody wants to talk about Stetson Bennett. Don't get them folk riled up over there, boy. You know, we talk about Stetson Bennett all day. They're gonna be looking at you with the Kevin Hart face, like. I know you can just say that about whatchamacallit. I know you can say that about the great. Of course.
So
why?
I don't know. Got Wyatt Carlson, Jerome. So let's go ahead and get this show started. In 3, 2, All right, all right. As y'all already know, man, this is the Monday after. Like I said, unfortunately, we could have wished we saw dub for our Atlanta Falcons, but this is the show that we let cooler heads prevail. Hence the name Cooler Talk Mondays. But Mike, what's on your mind, Mike? How you want to kick this thing off?
Um, should we do the Falcons part first?
Hmm.
Or should we just do the obvious thing that everybody is looking at right now? Like, where's the
Hmm.
Ritter?
I mean, we can start off with that. Like I said, we can kill about good 10, 15 on about 10 minutes on that.
Okay. All right. So obviously, the news around the NFL is it's apparent. Um, I'm sure you guys know by now that the video that I put out earlier today was, really interesting. Got over 50 comments. I'm not complaining about it, but I just thought that was really interesting. That video, that one particular video that really had nothing to do with the Atlanta Falcons, that video got over 50 comments. Did quite well. Like I said, again, I'm not complaining about it, but this particular person is no longer an Atlanta Falcon. Well, at this point in time,
Really?
he's no starting for the he's no longer an Atlanta Falcon. Somehow that video did quite well. Again, I'm not complaining whatsoever. I absolutely love it when my videos do well and our shows do well. So I'm not complaining at all. But I just, again, for whatever reason, that guy seems to attract a lot of attention. I don't know why, but just comes from everywhere.
Yeah,
Matt Ryan was benched. Yeah, that's the headline. Yeah, that's the headline. The headline says Matt Ryan was benched.
Interesting.
You know how?
And was there any kind of particular reason why I said he was benched? It what I haven't really got a chance to really see it. And soon I found out about it. I just got off of work, came home, went to sleep, and just woke up. So I don't know what the hell going on. I just heard.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of things that's going around, and one of those things that is being said that I'll go to this one first. Okay, this is just the timeline, and this is a short timeline from Nate Atkins. Frank Wright immediately after the game yesterday. Matt Ryan is our guy. Then he met with Jim Irsay last night, and then went over the film. Today he announces Sam Ehlinger will be the quarterback for the rest of the season. It's really interesting to say that.
That is very interesting.
We have Frank Wright that says he and Chris Ballard had a long conversation with Jim Irsay last night. Stopped short of saying it was Irsay's decision, but Irsay has been increasingly involved behind the scenes of late. And there's a number of tweets, that goes into this. I think everybody, for the most part, know that Jim Irsay has said, that he wanted to see improvements from the Colts, and he wanted to see it fast. So he also went out of his way to mention trades as far as bringing in a guy like Christian McCaffrey. So he's been very vocal about the changes surrounding that team. Quite a few other stats that I want to kind of throw out there is, well, not a stat. I want to throw this in there too. Matt Ryan has a grade 2 shoulder separation.
Oh, you ain't gotta remind me what that shit feels like.
Yeah, trust me, it doesn't feel good at all. You can't do a lot of things. If anybody has shoulder injuries, it's a lot of things that you can't do, and throwing the ball is one of those. So the fact that Matt Ryan not only had, he was benched, but he's had a grade 2 shoulder separation. And this is one of the main reasons as to why he's had that. Sacks allowed, and this is just each game, all right? And this is the Colts team. They've given up 24 sacks in 7 games. 24 sacks in 7 games. And I think it's quite remarkable, to be honest. Just look at the numbers. That a guy that had a grade 2 separation of a shoulder, that somehow he's still 4th in the entire NFL with that injury. Just take a second to think about that one thing. Like, it's football. You do everything with your arms, and somehow this guy still is 4th in the entire league in passing. So I just want to highlight that, because I know a lot of people are saying to themselves, "What does this matter?" And this is where it's going to tie into the Atlanta Falcons. Our quarterback barely got 1,000 yards. Oh, we got everything going well. Offensively, for the most part, we can run the ball. Our offensive line is very good, but somehow our quarterback can't throw the ball. He hasn't been benched. Why is it that case, Tyler? Why, if our quarterback can barely throw, let me just say that, can barely throw for over 1,000 yards, Matt Ryan is 4th in the NFL with 2008. Ironically, the year he was drafted in. Just all that. Want to throw that in there too. 2008 passing yards. He would get benched, but our quarterback that hasn't done that, he's still the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Why would that be?
Let's see. Well, I'm looking at it as far as what the expectations are, as far as where the teams are looking. As we already know with the Atlanta Falcons, with Mariota, let's just be honest with you. 98% of the people didn't think the Falcons would win 2 games this year. Let's be honest with that. Mariota is kind of like a benchmark, kind of like bridge guy, somebody just to hold over for the year. So the expectation for him is not as high. Like I said, we have to look at it from, okay, we got the rebuild that we want. But I think one of our major issues as far as where a lot of us as Falcon fans kind of get are kind of realizing here is a lot of us as fans wanted to rebuild but don't want to go through the process of the rebuild. Another thing, Falcons are running the ball very well. So you essentially got Mariota to just pretty much manage the game. Can he put up? Is there room for improvement for the passing game? Yes, there's room that definitely needs to be improved in the passing game. But this past game is just one of those situations where what we expected to see and what we've seen from the first 6 games, as far as critical throws in situations, didn't go our way, and that was the result of it. Now, when we talk about Matt Ryan, let's look at the situation here. The situation was the Colts, Irsay, thought they would be a quarterback away from getting to the Super Bowl. Well, I ain't gonna say get a Super Bowl, but making the playoffs. And that kind of what they said before. Ain't that kind of what they said? They felt like there was a quarterback away from getting back to the playoffs. Now you look at the situation that they had last year. Jonathan Taylor was the NFL leading rusher. I know because I had him on my fantasy football team. It shot the hell out of me.
Yeah.
You had a defense that were stopping people. You was getting sacks, turnovers, and like I said, when you had that running game with Jonathan Taylor, it made the prospects of having a guy like Matt Ryan hopefuls up, because you had that running game. You had a system where, okay, you just need him to manage the game. But where the issues come, you got something?
No. I'm just putting my hands
okay,
on the
okay,
things that you named.
okay. But this is where the issue came along with it is once the season started, the running game has been non-existent. The offensive line has not been able to block very well. You're asking Matt Ryan to throw the ball almost 50 times a game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this stage of his career, does not need to be throwing the ball 50 times a game. Now, do I agree with the quote unquote benching? Nah, it's too early in the season for that. Because if that's the case like that, there'll be a lot of quarterbacks getting benched. After week 7.
Including now Robert Berrion, if that was the case.
Like you said, Russell Wilson didn't play this past game because he got hurt. He's having a worse season. Aaron Rodgers looked like a shell of himself. Tom Brady looked like dog shit. Like a lot of these older quarterbacks look real bad right now. But this is what happens when you have a lot of turnover at that position in one off season for multiple teams.
So the problem at hand is not the quarterback. We're seeing that the issue is around every one of these quarterbacks. We can't just say every quarterback sucks. Because the easy way out. You can look at and I see everybody. Well, Matt Ryan got 20 turnovers. Yeah, they're also giving up 20 sacks, and that's not even counting the pressures that he's getting. That's just how many times he's actually been sacked in 7 games. So if he's getting pressured 20, if he's getting sacked 24 times in 7 games, the pressures might be through the roof. I can almost triple those, at least say, close to 100, if not more, of just pressures.
Right.
If a man getting sacked 24 times, he's passing the ball in there 50 times a game, so 50 times 7. you do the math on that. That's 300. That's 300, and then you throw another a 50 on that, 350. 100, 50-50 is 100, 50-50 is 200, and then 50-50. That's 7, and then you got another. Bro, what are we talking about?
Right.
What are we doing? And this is what we're talking about when we comes like, and I know a lot of you people that I have not seen in quite some time. I wonder why that's that. But we're here to educate.
Cause they heard that news and figured that we'll be talking about
it. Oh yeah. That's why we're getting this out of the way right now.
Yeah.
They can go right back into hiding. Like they've been doing to begin with. We don't hide over here. We stay here. So the fact, like I said, the fact of the matter is, and the reason why I asked you that question is, why hasn't Marcus Mariota been benched?
Right.
It's because we're doing the things that Matt Ryan's team, the Colts, aren't doing well. They're not playing good defense, critical defense in critical situations. They're not getting those.
There go that word.
Critical. They're not getting it.
Boy,
they're not getting those critical.
I swear, Eric Robinson and then Aaron Freeman ruined that goddamn word for me.
Bro.
Critical.
Critical. They're not getting those criticals. Right. So they're not protecting the quarterback. So they're doing what most quarterbacks thought, and especially Denver, they thought that having a mobile quarterback was going to solve all their issues. Well, they're going to see real fast that that's not going to solve a damn thing, because Denver thought they was going to solve all the offensive line issues by trading for Russ, and Russ is getting hit even more than what he was in Seattle. So the fact of the matter is, this is a team game, and the NFL is coming like what we've seen. We'll never seen in the NFL ever again. The golden age of quarterbacks. You will never see a Eli Manning, Matt Ryan, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, and those types of guys at the helm ever again. You'll never see that this amount of numbers and these as many Hall of Famers as we've seen and football ever again. This is the golden era of football. So we've been spoiled by greatness, by just quarterback play. And now it's coming back to earth that we need to have a running game. We have to at least buy into running backs now. Running backs is becoming more and more critical, and there's that word again, critical to the game right now.
Hey, look, I want to give a shout out to Jew, the minister, 1/3 of the heavy hitters. Said Indy's in trouble from what I heard. Frank Reich is on the hot seat. Not a fan of the Colts front office. They're not patient enough. They were spoiled having Peyton Manning all those years.
And he just think he could just throw anything out there because that's Irsay's problem.
And you kind of hit on an interesting point that I've always thought that was going to happen, is especially if you're looking at the way a lot of these games are played. And shout out to you, Skay and Devon, Tony Wright. Appreciate y'all joining us. That as much as as you said about the golden age of the quarterback, and let me also make this point out about Russell Wilson. As a lot of people may not know, Russell Wilson, one of my favorite quarterbacks in this league. Denver is basically making him do something that he doesn't do well, and that's play within the pocket. Mm-hmm. See, this is the problem that we have when it comes to these media expectations and putting the quarterback position on such a high pedestal that you think you could just plug any quarterback in any situation, you get the same results.
Mm-hmm.
It don't always work like that. This is why I always say this here, and
oh Lord, sorry about that.
Oh Lord, I'm about to say what that's supposed to be the Shannon Club Shay back there.
Club Shay.
Look, this is what I would say. I always may say this as a controversial take that I'ma say, and y'all probably might have something to say about it. But this is why I always say the myth of the elite quarterback is false. There is no such thing as an elite quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'll repeat that again. There is no such thing as an elite quarterback. Why? Because quarterbacks are always products of system. Don't matter which quarterback you talk about. You go back to Joe Montana. You go to Dan Marino, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are a product of a system that, like Patrick Mahomes is another one. You are a product of a system that was tailor-made for you. And you just about plugging guys that fit those skill sets that's needed on that offense.
Mm-hmm. It's about putting the pieces around the right pieces around said quarterback. And this is why I was saying earlier is that
right.
And we're seeing more and more now that it doesn't matter if you're mobile or you're a pocket quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, can I also say this? And this is before we got to get to the main topic of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You're slowly starting to see the NFL revert back to where it needs to be.
Boy, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
And what I mean by is running the ball and playing defense.
Mm-hmm. That experiment is over with. You see it in Arizona right now with Mighty Mouse. He over there fighting with his head coach right now. They just traded for a weapon. They just traded for another weapon. How many weapons do you need?
But this is the media's fault, though. This is the media trying to sell the quarterback position as being the only position that matters on the field. So this is who gets a lot of the blame from me. That Brown people said thank you. Bridget says thank you. Oh yeah, man, it's for real though, man. Like you said, the elite quarterback is a myth.
Mm-hmm.
You could use the example of Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay and they won a Super Bowl. You do realize once Tom Brady bitched and got his way into running the offense the way he wanted to run it, that's when they started winning.
Yeah. And he just started handing the ball off in the playoffs because he was too tired from the regular season. Y'all forget that part.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like, and this is why I have an issue
No,
with a lot of people when they
no,
even
no.
mention the fact that quarterbacks. Right?
Mm-hmm. Notice I didn't say quarterbacks are overrated. I just said there's no such thing as an elite quarterback because, like I said, if you play the what if scenarios with Tom Brady's skill set, can he take the Baltimore Ravens to the Super Bowl?
This current Baltimore? Heck no.
Can Lamar Jackson lead the Colts to the playoffs in that system? We don't know. Like, every quarterback's skill set doesn't transcend. I would say it doesn't really. I ain't gonna say doesn't, but it's not. It's highly likely would not transcend to another team.
Mm-hmm. Tom Brady been complaining about everything that he got now.
Mm-hmm.
He getting everything that he asked for. He asked for all of this. All these receivers, all these running backs, all these offensive linemen, he asked for all of this.
And just like I said, Brady bought players that he was familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, and then this is a very interesting, and we're promising we're going to get into the main thing tonight. Let me just say one more thing.
Mm-hmm. I think this is very important.
And this is very important too, because this comment right here actually goes with what the Falcons situation is right now. Patrick Mahomes right now is the new generation's version of how you develop a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Would this be the same Patrick Mahomes if they would have brought him in after week 4 his rookie year?
I doubt that. I sincerely doubt that.
And another difference is Kansas City traded up to get Patrick Mahomes after they went 12-4 the season before. They got bounced in the first round. So they already had a team. They didn't have nothing to lose. Quarterback though. This is one of the main reasons why we kind of put the advocacy on not bringing in Ritter yet. Is you want him to get just a little bit more seasoning with the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit more. Like I said, I know y'all. I know when y'all be eating your chickens and your meats and stuff like that. How you have like that nice rub. You get some of that paprika and stuff like that. You know get a little bit of that seasoning, that adobo sauce. You can't be sitting to Desmond Ritter out there being marinated and fucking salt and pepper. That no. Ain't nobody gonna eat no salt and pepper chicken. No, we do that. No,
we got to make sure that
we want some seasonings. We want some Cajun seasonings. We that's exactly. So I thought that was a very interesting conversation piece right there, man. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Mike, you want to go ahead and do the like check right quick?
Yes, sir.
Let's go and do a light check, man. Let's go and hit a little bit of music on there. I think I might do this. Hit a little bit of music, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as cheap plug on your boy 6 Man K Styles. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to 6 Man K Styles as well. So that might go for the light check. I'm gonna hit a few of these comments here. He said,
It's 13 more. It's 13 more.
Right.
Get 70.
Right. Get to 70. Says so sit Ritter all year, no matter what. I would rather have that. But only if a certain occasion meet. That's why I said these next 3 games is going to be very key for this Falcons offense.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually when it comes to rookie quarterbacks, you always, like I said, it's better to bring them around during the bye, bring them around that bye week time, especially if you got a late season bye week like we do. That's usually the better time.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, you're still within the division. You're still within the NFC. Like I said, this is the first game against Cincinnati where we got Olayed to death in this game when we couldn't come back.
I think it's important to understand that we're playing against a team that went to the Super Bowl. And I think it's more important to understand that we're not competing with Cincinnati.
Right.
We're competing with Carolina. They're in a whole nother division. We're competing with the Panthers. We're competing with the Saints. We're competing with the Bucks. We just take care of what we do well here in the South. We don't have to worry about everybody else.
Right. Okay. Of course, he would say, when you're hungry, everything tastes good. That is true, but this situation, it just depends. It depends on how. It depends. I tell some cauliflower.
Cherries nasty as fuck. I don't give a fuck how hard.
Cherries is the shit, bro.
I can't stand the hell is you. Cherries nasty as hell, boy.
I'll tell you something that real nasty, boy. But them plantains, boy. I remember one of my coworkers brought some plantains to work. I ain't look. At first, I thought they were bananas. At first, look, bro. I kid you not. I'm gonna tell you this stuff. I'm gonna tell you this. One of my coworkers, he came in work, brought some plantains. Didn't tell us what the fuck. I thought they were bananas at first.
Oh man!
I'm thinking, okay, well, you banana, that's fine. Boom. Boy, I bit into that plantain, boy. I almost died. Like, what the fuck is this?
Ooh, boy. Oh man. See, that's how I feel about cherries. Oh my god, bro. I can't even smell those things, man. They give me.
I fuck with some cherries. I like cherry, blackberries. Oh yeah, I fuck with some cherries. But let's go ahead and get into this main event tonight, man. I thought that first conversation. I thought that was a good conversation to have. Like I said,
yeah, man. We don't want to get angry all the time. Everybody know that we can rant, but we want to get, be a bit more informative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
y'all always complaining how mean we are, so we want to be informative.
So before we get to, I want everybody to give us, what did y'all think about that first conversation, man? Did y'all feel like that's something that we might need to implement more so into these shows, as far as a thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah, just whatever. Thumbs up on other teams, like
I tell you, yeah. I tell y'all right now, boy, I'll fuck up some blackberries in a heartbeat, boy.
See,
I'll fuck up some blackberries, boy. I'm telling you.
Blueberries. I can go there. There's just something about cherries that I instantly just get repulsed. Like
it tastes generic. It kind of tastes generic as hell at times. That may be it. Like I said, whatever it is. Just immediately. All right.
That's all I get with cherries. I'm like,
can't
do it.
Yeah. I tried chicken feet for the first time. Boy, I threw up like hell, boy. Like, boy, what the fuck?
That man said rutabagas. I ain't heard rutabagas in so long. Oh God.
One thing I would never do is try chitlins, but I heard about it. No.
No, see, I was forced
I'm
as a child to eat those things.
good.
I ain't know, like, yeah. No,
my family.
you put
My family.
if your parents put that shit on your plate, you gonna eat it. They gonna make you eat it. So
They gonna make you
forced
eat
to-
it, but nah. They didn't like that shit neither. They like, nah, fuck that. But oh yeah, just like you said, man, put some fire in the chat. Everybody put fire in the chat. Get a little $5 holler on that thing too. Holla, holla, holla.
$5 holla.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the main topic for tonight. Damn it, let me go ahead and put this banner back up. It's more questions than answers for the Atlanta Falcons. And what were 3 things that stood out to you in this game? Hold on. Wait a minute. God damn it. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm about to say my mic just went off for some reason.
Somehow my mic just went off too. I don't know what the hell just happened, but mine went off too.
Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. Stream y'all acting like shit right now. All right.
That happens every once in a while.
So, Mike, what are 3 things that stood out to you from this past game?
This is going to be a little unconventional with my 3 players and things that stood out. I'll just say 3 things that stood out for me. The first one is decision to start Michael Walker. I thought that was a difficult decision. It was the right decision to start him. It was a difficult decision because the defense has just been so much better and decisive, more active, more sure of themselves with Troy Anderson there. But it was the right decision because from just a coaching standpoint, you never want to say, all right, this guy gonna lose his job because of the injury. Like I just don't think that's right. However, you just cannot deny how the defense looks, in particular pass coverage. It just looks so much better. And we saw that coming into the game. Cincinnati, the first couple of plays, I think it may be the first or the second throw the game, they went right at the middle of the field and got a long pass. I don't know who made the tackle, but someone made the tackle. But they immediately attacked the middle of the field. Well, that's Michael Walker's responsibility. We can sit up here and deny and say, it's a safety fault, it's the corner's fault for not getting into. It's Michael Walker's fault. The middle of the field should never be that wide open, ever. Especially when you got a middle linebacker. It's Michael Walker's fault. Every time what we've seen teams go at the Atlanta Falcons is right at him, the middle of the field. They attack the middle of the field. Troy Anderson gets in, it slows down. These guys had almost 3. They had let's just keep that real. In the first quarter, in the first couple of plays, the first quarter, like he was just insisting on playing Michael Walker in the middle of the field. For whatever reason, he decided that. And then, after a while, he put Troy in there and things started to slow down. But it was just too late. And you allowed Joe Burrow to get in the rhythm. Anytime you allow a quarterback of that stature to get in a rhythm, that's a problem. So the first one, obviously, is Dean Pease has to do a better job of recognizing the energy and how the team is playing, even when it is the right move to start a guy who with more experience. The team has just looked so much better with T1000, and that's something that we just can't deny. And the second one that I thought is really interesting, and I'm gonna just say this: the lack of speed when it comes down to the middle of the field. The middle of the field of the Falcons have been a problem getting speed outside of Kyle Pitts. The Falcons have to find a way to get speed in the middle of the field, because what I'm seeing is that a lot of safeties are just sitting on certain routes on the outside because they know for a fact that's what Mariota likes to do, is throw a lot of out routes. They know he likes to throw the ball deep, so they're just going to sit on certain routes, and they need guys in the middle of the field like Zacchaeus. And that's one of the main reasons why Zacchaeus has been so good, is because he's another one of those speed guys. So the Falcons have to do a better job of getting the speed guys the ball. The Zacchaeus, the Demir Birds, the Cordero Pattersons when he comes back. But the speed is something that's lacking with the Atlanta Falcons right now. And the third one and the final one is something that's going to be controversial. And like I said, I stand with both sides on this. Mariota has to get better as a quarterback. Any leader is going to say it starts with him, even if it's not his fault. He has to take responsibility for that. Not the coach, not the assistant coach, not the the quarterback coach. He has to take responsibility and say, I need to sit down with Drake. I need to sit down with Kyle. I need to sit down with Demir Bird or whoever is the wide receiver and say, what are we not doing? What's going on? How can we fix this passing game? The chemistry with the wide receivers have to improve. Period, point blank. There is a clear disconnect with the wide receivers that the quarterback, and we've seen this before, Tom Brady take out his receivers for lunch. Mm-hmm. Take him out on the trip. They be partying on boats and whatnot. We've seen Matt Ryan do the exact same things for years. There has to be a connection with the quarterback and the wide receivers. So Mariota has to take it amongst himself, if he is the true leader of this team, to say, I don't give a damn what are the calls. We need to get better. And like I said, a lot of that is not going to change until we see, one, what Ritter can do, and two, see what Mariota can do. So what am I saying in essence? Mariota needs to stay at quarterback so we can really figure out what the heck is really wrong with this Falcons team. And I know I just curved the hell out of everybody with that. But we cannot know what's wrong or continue to build this team the proper way if we don't see what Mariota does. Because why are you bringing in Desmond Ritter? Because you're adding on to an issue. You don't know what's wrong. You're just adding on to it. You're just adding another person to it. So until we figure out exactly, and I think you're going to get a real read on what's wrong with this offense, probably towards the end, the 15th, 16th game of the season. That's when you're going to really know where this offense is and what it will be. Because teams are going to be, packing it up, getting ready for next year. So we have to continuously play Mariota. The only way I put Ritter in this, and I've said this from the very beginning, you guys can go back and watch my video. The only way that I bring in Ritter is for a package or a play or two where he can come in, run a RPO, come in there, be whether Mariota gets hurt, come in for a play or two and sit him right back on the bench. That's the only way I play Ritter. But we need to play Marcus Mariota for the rest of the year to figure out what's really wrong with the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, man. It's definitely one of those like I said, I totally do agree. I agree to a certain extent on that as far as where they need to be. Hold on, my bad. I'm sitting here sending messages and shit. I'm sitting here sending messages and shit. I was supposed to have. Yeah. I'd have made a boo boo on something I was supposed to do, but I thought I did. So but getting back to what you were saying about the passing offense, yeah, I kind of agree. Raiders' time is not here yet. That's why I said you at least got the next 3 games to kind of gauge on can it get better. See, the issue that come down with it too as well is because we're not really used to seeing. Let's just be honest with you. This type of offense, the average Falcon fan have not seen no offense like this since Michael Vick.
Right.
If you look at his numbers right now, Mariota is on pace for about 3,060 yards passing at this clip that he's going right now.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't necessarily say he doesn't like throwing the football, but this is where we have to look at it and say, you still got time. Now, if it just gets to a point where you feel like it's not getting any better and it's getting worse, see, like I said, well, like I said, I think what's gonna happen is if Marcus Mariota go through a whole entire game and throw for 60 yards or 15 passes.
Yeah,
boy, this motherfucker city about to have a damn. They about to burn this city down to the ground.
Burn it down.
Exactly. But it just comes down to
this right here.
He said with 8 for 13 on Sunday.
Well, you can't learn
yeah, you ain't gonna learn shit.
You need more than 8 passes to get a scouting report on a player of the team. You need more than 8 passes, so it's gonna take time.
It's gonna take time. And like I said, and the thing with Mariota as well is, yes, the numbers are not there as far as what we would like to see. But this is the first game this year where in those situations in the second half where he didn't make a critical, I can't say he didn't make a throw to help put the team in position to win the game. Like I said, he made it. Like you said, and what I use for an example is I use the Cleveland game for example. He didn't have no outstanding numbers in that game, but he had to move around. He had to move around, make something happen, and found the kids with nobody within 20 yards of his ass. You can go to the Seattle game. He had a key throw, took a Daryl Hodge on the seam route when they needed to.
Mm-hmm. Those plays have been there though. Like I said, it's just become an issue because he actually had a play like that earlier this year, and Mariota missed on the throw. That play is there. Like I said, it just come. Like I said, would it come down to it? This is something that, like, even going back to preseason, well, training camp. This is something that Arthur was talking about. He was missing on those deep shots and in training camp too. You got to get a little bit more consistent, both he and Ritter, on those deep shots. This has been an issue. We just gotta go back and read. It doesn't take much, but to go back and read. This has been an issue.
Mm-hmm. And then here we got a comment here. Say we got Ritter and we don't know what he is. What if Ritter is really good and can end up taking us to the playoffs? Carolina may kick our butts like they did Brady. Here's the thing too. What if you rush them out too soon? And then, the question, and then, the solution will be, well, you got CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, such as, well, what Hurd and Hook or whatever that dude name from Tennessee is. You can put that there. But you have to remember, a third-round pick for a quarterback is a pretty good. That's an investment pick, especially for the quarterback position at that spot. So that mother ain't no scrub. Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and I'm gonna be real honest with you. I really don't see it in next year's draft class neither. I really don't.
No, nobody can tell me Skinny Bryce. He about the same weight as I am, 190 pounds, 200 pounds. That's not good enough to pay quarterback in the NFL at 200 pounds. Come on, bro. Don't do that to yourself. He already having issues getting back up in college.
See, but the issue is, and I'm gonna say it like this: the issue isn't that. So let me ask a question here on the Desmond Ritter, because I think a lot of people kind of thinking that we don't believe in Desmond Ritter. Trust me, I got flack for talking about Desmond Ritter for 2 years on this channel. I believe in Desmond Ritter more than most Falcon fans do. But the question I ask for y'all is, do you really believe in Desmond Ritter? Do you want him to succeed? Or do you want to see him fail to get the quarterback you want for next year?
Look, let me simplify it. And I'll put a little Mad Mike spin to it.
Spin it up.
It's like the girl. It's like the girl that you got at home. She cook good. She love good. She take care of the kids. She take care of the house. But she ain't the best looker. She don't look like a supermodel. So most people, not everybody, most people go out, well, shit, I got it made at home. Mm-hmm. And then you go to a bar. God damn, boy. Man, this fine ass girl really looking at me. Right. I know I got a good looking girl at home, but I got a good girl at home, but damn, she fine. Or damn, he fine. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, let me see what this is about. You got everything made at home. She doing everything that you want. He doing everything that you want at home, but you got this little good looking thing over here. Just keep staring at you and keep staring at you and keep staring at you. That's what the Falcons fan want. They just see Mariota, he doing exactly what he need to be doing as a quarterback. Yeah, he not shining with it. Yeah, he doesn't, put a lot of flair to it. So you just looking at Ritter, man. What if Ritter, man? What if he is? What if that's the one? What if? That's what Falcons fans do. They have no reason. That's what Blackberry talking about. They have nothing to go on. When I'm talking about putting him in the game, nothing to go on. They have nothing to go on. You know what I'm saying? But they want it because it look good over there. They keep staring at you over there. You know what I'm saying? Why this girl staring over me in the corner? Why this girl staring at me in the corner? That's what Falcons fans are doing right now. They just see this shiny thing just staring at them right now. They're intrigued just to see what it's about. Even though they got a good thing going right now. That's the problem, people.
Yeah. So, like I said, because I see quite a few names here, and I remember quite a few of y'all that told us right after the draft that how much Desmond Ritter sucked as a quarterback. I remember quite a few names in here. I don't want to bust y'all out. Please don't let me bust y'all out right now on that. But we got a $1.99 super chat from Brian. People said, look at Kenny Pickett. See, I think where the issue comes, like I said, the issue isn't so much it's more I'm gonna say it like this. It's more so of it's like a hoping to fail situation. You know what I mean by that?
Mm-hmm. No, I know. There's a greater picture behind that. There's a greater reason why you're looking for Ritter so badly.
Right.
It's the reason why. Why is that case, why?
And somebody asked me, can I see Desmond Ritter as a franchise quarterback? Yes. As an Atlanta Falcon quarterback, yes. For what Arthur Smith does and what he wants in his quarterback, Desmond Ritter is that guy. This is why they chose him over Malik Willis. This is why they didn't take a chance on getting Kenny Pickett in this draft. This is why they passed on Justin Fields last year. This is why they didn't get a Mac Jones. This is why they didn't make that move for Trey Lance. Every quarterback is a franchise quarterback. That's why they play for a fucking franchise.
That man said Marcus Mariota played like a rookie. What the fuck a rookie play like? Because they're a different style of rookie. Like, bro, stop. Just take the time and think. Okay, just take the time and think before you type things. Okay.
Exactly.
Those are different styles. Some rookies come in, they tear up the league, and others stink up the league.
Yeah.
So what is? Oh, he plays like a rookie. Like what the heck did that mean? They just call a spade a spade. Y'all don't believe in Marcus Mariota. He's not what you want. So let's get rid of him.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Mariota's role here is to help bring up the guy behind him. This was the plan going into this offseason. Why the hell you think Mariota had signed with the Falcons so quick?
Mm-hmm.
Jarvis Wood said, "Bust them out."
Like,
oh no, they did this.
Oh, he played like a rookie. Like, come on, bro.
No, it said, but no, it was
talking
about the Desmond Ritter sucks after the draft.
No. Like I said.
They'd have left the chat down. They left the chat after I said that. So I'm just letting you know, whatever names you don't see in the chat no more, them was the ones. Believe me.
We passed for 50 yards in the NFL. Yeah, I've seen players actually not. I've seen do I really have to bring up this game again? Let me just bring up some numbers. So go ahead, K-Star. Let me.
No. I saw this yesterday. I was gonna let it slide, but I need to address this. So the Atlanta Falcons is Georgia Tech with Paul Johnson. Y'all do realize the Georgia Bulldogs are the exact same team, just with better players, right? The same exact offense with better players. This is why they call it the old-fashioned hate, because the two teams play identical. Now, when you talk about the Paul Johnson era, they threw the ball like maybe 4 times a game.
Yeah. This is what this is the game that I was talking about. Everybody gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Okay, this is why we need to tell. This is why we tell you guys to do your homework before you start typing and talking. How many yards did Mac Jones throw for in an NFL game, and they still got the damn win? Does anybody remember?
Was that the game? Was that the game that he threw 3 passes?
3 passes for 19 yards.
We saw Ryan Tannehill, who Arthur Smith coached for 2 years, throw a total for 130 yards in 2 playoff games and won both of them.
2 playoff games. Still won. What we doing, people? What we doing? What are we doing? No, don't use it with cold as hell, D-Cole.
Don't use the wind. Don't use
I've seen Aaron Rodgers throw for 500 in cold weather. We ain't doing that.
Nah, we can't use that. Like I said, you have to play. You have to play the conditions you play in, man. We can't use that. We saw Jimmy go. We saw the 49ers beat that bad man Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship game in a couple years ago, where Jimmy Garoppolo threw 8 passes and they won by 30 points.
Bro. Come on, man. We gotta stop. This football, man.
Kobe said he didn't see that kind of cold in Tuscaloosa. Yeah.
Look, man. I like I said, it's okay to like a certain style of football, but don't act like this guy sucks because they play this style of football. That's a style of football that wins. The objective is to win football games.
Right. Yeah.
We just won a championship. I don't give a damn. We playing volleyball. Look, we playing whatever the hell we playing. We trying to win. Period.
Right. And this question right here, that's a bad idea. Brandon, I gotta tell you right now, that is a terrible idea. Because once you start Ritter, you can't take him out now. You can't take him. Like I said, this is not like the Deion Jones. This is not like the Michael Walker situation. This is not like offensive line. This is not none of those positions where you can take a guy out and then when shit don't go right, bring him back in. The quarterback position is a fragile position. As a fragile position to do.
Your job. I'm sorry, okay, go ahead.
No. I just have to address this. Like I said, you can't do that. Not for no young quarterback. If Ritter was an older, experienced quarterback, you may be able to pull that. But the one thing, and this is why I said this is where coaching becomes a very key component as far as these teams. You have to know if you're going to pull that trigger, you're going to have to stick with it. Which means if you put in Ritter does not, you don't need to be drafting another quarterback next year if you're going to do that, regardless on how shit goes. Because just because somebody has a quote-unquote bad rookie year does not mean that's going to determine what their whole career is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Drew Brees got off a horrible start to his career. He was not very good.
Like I said,
the Drew Brees we know.
Patrick Mahomes sat a hole. He said he played one game his rookie year. Sat most of it. Came back the next year, threw for damn near 50 touchdowns.
Aaron Rodgers sat for 3.
Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years. See, the problem is
Brett Favre. We can throw Brett Favre in there. He was an absolute nightmare here in Atlanta.
Exactly. See, the problem is, I'm gonna say it like this. This is why I say you got about 3 to 4 games to figure out, because that's gonna be about week 11, which is the perfect time to figure out if you want to make the move or not. But the reality of it is we have, and I keep saying this before, we asked for the rebuild, we asked for the retool, we asked for a brand new era. The problem is we weren't ready for it. Certain people weren't ready for it. And what I mean by that is you got rid of Matt Ryan because of the cap situation. You wanted to get rid of that cap. You wanted to start over, get a new quarterback. The main thing you all said was, I need a quarterback that can move and run. You didn't say anything. That's the only thing I heard was, well, I need a quarterback that can move. You got that. 1. 2. I can already tell that some of y'all really weren't ready for the rebuild, because this is a process of a rebuild, especially when you have a brand new team like this, when you have new pieces. The only staples you got left on this team right now that's been on this team longer than 2 seasons is Grady Jarrett and Jake Matthews. Well, 3.
Isaiah Oliver, you throw him in there.
Yeah.
He's been there about 3 years himself. 3 or 4 years, somewhere in there.
Right. That's the thing. And like I said, and that's really what it comes down to at the end of the game. People wanted the rebuild, but they weren't ready for the rebuild.
That's the process. The pain is a part of the process, man.
You want me to say that again for the people in the back, Mike?
Go ahead. Say it again.
Everybody wanted the rebuild, but nobody was ready for the rebuild. and you can tell by the reactions of what's going on with this team now. This is what the Braves did for years. Think about it, if the Braves would have traded Freddie Freeman after 3 years. Think about, okay, Ronald Acuna ain't coming up soon enough. Let's go ahead and trade him.
Yeah. I see all these damn goofs too. I see a lot of goofs on Twitter saying, "Look what Bailey Zappi was doing. Like, look what he's doing now." Haven't we seen this before? Haven't we seen this same story with quarterbacks? They have a first couple of good games, and then they become the starter, and then they start going down.
That Bailey Zappi he must got about 400 yards right now or something. Let me see what this. Let me see what
but he's been playing well. But these we saw this with Cooper Rush for the Cowboys. Like, we talking about the Cowboys. We've been saying about the Cowboys. That was named. This
motherfucker Bailey Zappi threw 6 passes for 109 yards.
Y'all made it seem like this dude. Well, Dan Mariota can do that. Dan Mariota can do that.
And they down by 3. By the way they were talking, I thought he threw for like 270 yards in the first half. Like, what the fuck,
bro? Those are the exact same numbers that Mariota is doing, and y'all using that as a way to campaign for Ritter. What we doing, people? Again, how many times have we? Look, they gave the backup for Aaron Rodgers. I forget his name, but he went to Seattle and got this big old contract.
Oh, you talking about Matt Flynn?
Matt, yeah. He had Matt Flynn had his big. He had a couple of great games with Green Bay, and then turn around, sign the contract, and then sign the contract with another team, and then it was complete ass.
Hey, look. Hold on. Let me get this right quick. Brandon, okay, I guess I'm just be competing with Brandon all day. He said, you don't have a passing offense. You can't win like that, because we had a passing offense and we couldn't win consistently neither.
Bro, what kind of crack you on, bro? You must have forgot.
You must have forgot when this Falcon team was always top 5 in passing every year, and we couldn't win a game.
Every single year, and we still lost. So I don't understand what your point is. I do understand what your point is. You're just trying to see Ritter at all costs, at everybody's expense.
No. Let's keep it real. He wants to see Bryce Young in a Falcon uniform. That's really what it comes down to.
He wants to see somebody else because they got another thing.
He wants to see Bryce Young and see. Let's keep it real. He just wants to see Bryce. Look, like, yeah, he wants to see Bryce Young and CJ Stroud in a Falcon uniform next year. It ain't got nothing to do with Desmond Ritter.
Come on, man. If you don't pass in the offense. What are we talking about? Seattle been passing, Cincinnati been passing ever since they've been in the league. They still ain't won the damn thing. They ain't even win a playoff game. What are we talking about? They was top 10 in passing almost every year with Andy Dalton and still didn't win a playoff game. Man, shut up. My bad. Stop. Y'all got to stop, man. What are we doing, people? What are we doing? There's so many instances out here where we rush players and think, oh, we got to get a great quarterback or a great running back.
Right.
And you get rid of them and then like, damn, I think I was better off with this person.
Philly play, I guess he trying to say Jalen Hurts. You do realize that they damn near traded Jalen Hurts after his first couple years in the league, right?
Him too. Yeah.
You were right. Because they didn't think he can do it. Like Brandon, just keep it real with me right now. This between me, you, and the chat. Is it really about Desmond Ritter or is it about Bryce Young and CJ Stroud? Be 100% honest. Be 100% honest. And it's kind of interesting that, and we still hear the Lamar Jackson talk. Lamar Jackson is pretty much on pace of putting the same numbers up as Marcus Mariota. He just runs for 100 yards a game. Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb,
got the right name for that. You really got the name right there. Your name is all correct. 100% correct.
Right.
Caleb Williams. Bro, come on.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You gotta have a balanced offense, like you said.
He's saying, is Marcus Mariota helping us to be a balanced offense? No. What the hell does that mean? He's averaging 20-some points a game. That's top in the NFL. That's like top 5 in the NFL. What are y'all smoking on? Because I need some of that good shit.
Look. Still wait a minute. Still didn't answer the damn question though. Because I think whether the thing, see, they're thinking that we're afraid to see Ritter play. No. Right now, what's going on with Ritter on the bench right now is they're setting up Ritter's playbook to fit what he likes to do when his time comes. Yes, he said Caleb Williams.
This man said Caleb Williams. Bro, he ain't even the third best quarterback in this college season.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, boy. I wish y'all showed Desmond Ritter this much love when he got drafted by the Falcons, boy, because y'all damn showed the shit out of that pick.
I'd rather talk about Anthony Richardson, all throw the ball hard, arm having ass. That's all he do is throw hard.
Hey, Mike. I'm tempted. You know what?
They not gonna do it, K-Style. Look, he's not.
Hold on. I gotta do it. This is the first time we done did this in a while, and we ain't did this in a while. Damn, we damn sure ain't did this in a while. I'm about to forgot how to do this. Oh, here you go. All right.
Man, y'all, boy, I swear.
All right, Brandon. The floor will be yours. The floor is yours. Come on. And this is the only one we doing, so everybody else know. Just let Brandon come in.
Come on, Brandon. Ayuk. Boy, y'all don't understand English, do you, boy? Good God.
Brandon, come out and play. William, what's going on, man?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Not much, man. What you got for us?
Oh man, basically, man, like I said, bro, we had a bad game. We had too many injuries. I'm not saying we should put Ritter in. I'm not saying none of that. What all I'm saying is we do need Arthur Smith and then we're going to make better plays and make adjustments going forward because we run the ball. There's nothing wrong with running the ball, but You don't want teams going down stretch with the box from us and stopping the run. So they're gonna think like, oh, our weakness is, they can't pass the ball, so we gotta wear load the box. But what I'm saying is, moving forward, Marcus Mariota has to make better decisions while progressing. I'm not saying he has to go over 300 or 400 yards, but get Kyle Pitts some more. Yeah,
Let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all this question real quick. Is Kyle Pitts one of the best tight ends in the league?
We don't know, Mike, because they don't throw the ball to him. They don't throw the ball, Mike. We don't know. We don't know what the man is.
Whoa. It's a simple question. Do we know, is Kyle Pitts one of the best tight ends in the league? The Pro Bowl says yes. All right, I'm gonna answer for y'all. The Pro Bowl says yes, right? Can everybody agree with that?
Because he's not making the Pro Bowl this year.
No. We
He's
don't
not making the Pro Bowl this year.
We don't do running around.
Hold on.
The question is he one of the best tight ends in the league?
Based on his Pro Bowl last year.
Yeah.
Based on his Pro Bowl, it says yes. Based on his Pro Bowl, not my opinion, not your opinion. The Pro Bowl says yes.
Well, what the hell was that?
Hold on. So what I'm saying is what the hell? So again, what I'm saying is, when you look at this team, why wouldn't Arthur Smith want to get his best player of the ball? That's a simple question.
Okay, to answer your question, because he does not trust. Number one, it's two things really. Number one, he doesn't trust Mariota to pass the ball. That's number one. Number two, we've seen Arthur Smith not be able.
Let me ask you a question to that. Let me ask you a question. That you said one thing. What makes you think he don't trust him?
You see the offense every week, Mike. You see the offense every week.
Yeah, and Mariota is the one that's starting. So what makes you think that he doesn't trust him? He's the starter.
We don't throw the ball, Mike. We don't throw the ball. Listen, Marcus Mariota.
Hold on. We throw the ball. We just don't throw at a high volume. We throw the ball.
Mike, this not high school wishbone offense, man. You can't be down 18 points in the fourth quarter and run a ball control offense. It makes no sense.
Yeah, we won 3 games this year on that same exact formula.
And that might be part of the problem. Being too stubborn.
Yeah, winning games on that formula is the problem.
No, listen to what I'm saying, bro. You being stubborn about your approach to the game. You're not going to beat every team playing a ball control offense. You understand what I'm saying? So the coaches think to themselves, oh, I got it all figured out. I can run the ball 15 straight times. No, bro.
Yeah,
they get paid too.
The Ravens did that for years, running ball control. So that's false.
No, bro. No. You cannot run a ball control offense down 18 points in the fourth quarter. That's not possible. That's telling me you're not playing.
Well, we did it. We've done it this
right,
year.
And we lost, and we got embarrassed. That's my point. We got embarrassed.
We won that way. What are you talking about?
We won. No, we won because the game is close. You can run a ball control offense when the game is close. Of course you can. You down 18 points in the fourth quarter. You can't run no ball control offense. That don't even make sense. How you gonna do that? You're not gonna get enough possessions. So now you saying you're not playing to win? Make that make sense.
Okay. So let's go through the games.
All right, go through the game.
Let's see. Okay, as we saw the Saints game, okay, we got the turnovers there. That kind of cost us the game. You got the Rams
Wait
game.
a minute, K-Style. What turnovers cost you the game? What turnovers cost you the game in that Saints game? The fumble snap from your starter and the fumble in the red zone from your starter.
Then you had the Rams game when they was down 28-3.
And how did we try to win that game, K-Style? How did we try to win that game?
And we came back running. We was coming back running the ball.
You know what I'm saying? How did we try to win that game, though? How did we try to win that game, y'all? In the comments, how did we try to win? We tried to throw the ball to Hodge, and what happened? We threw the ball too high. He was open, and guess what? It was picked. He throwing the Ramsey. Why are you throwing the Ramsey instead of London and Pitts?
See, I know where you going. You're highlighting the negative plays and just saying, all right,
I'm
that's
not highlighting no negative play, Mike. That's what happened. That's what happened.
So the 200 yards rushing didn't matter to get us
that's
back
not
into
what
that.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Mike. What I'm saying is you don't have enough of a passing offense to play a strictly ball control offense when you down 18 in the fourth quarter. Your coach doesn't trust you to throw. He's not even putting you in a position to throw. And you got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts. You saying he one of the best in the league, and he getting 2 targets a game? Come on, man. How you supposed to win like that, bro? You can't do it. You can't do it. You're not going to be in a tight game every week with a team.
We won that way. We won that way. What are we talking about?
We didn't win. We didn't win this week, Mike. We got blown out. We got blown out. So
okay, so just because you didn't win this week,
how did we win? How do we?
So here, hold on. Let me say this. So basing off that, if we play like this, we should lose the rest of the game.
No, what games was we down that we played a ball control offense and won? What games was we down? We played ball control against Cleveland. Hold on,
we was down. We was down. Remember, we was down in that game too.
What game?
Yeah, we was down against Cleveland.
Every last one.
I mean, but it wasn't 18 points.
But you still down.
It might have been a score. It might have been. It was a possession. It's a possession.
But at the end of the day, you were still down in certain situations.
No, but K Styles, you can't be down multiple possessions, bro. In the fourth quarter, more than 2 possessions, and think that you're gonna run ball control. Y'all know that now. Come on.
I mean, you know that, but the thing about it is, at the same time, is so basically what you're saying to me is you're expecting the Falcons to be down like that.
No, what I'm telling you is this.
No. Listen. This week was a bad week. Am I right? Bad week all over the board, right?
For who? The defense or the offense?
For the whole team.
No, I'm gonna say this, K-Style. I'm gonna say this. The defense was succumb to injuries. That's different. The offense had their players. That's all scheme. That's all strategy. That's all coaching, bro. You can't put a dude in the game that just got on the practice squad. He's playing against one of the top 3 receivers in the league and expect he gonna make plays. But on offense, if you're telling me that in the fourth quarter we're not playing to win, that's a problem, bro. That's coaching, bro. That's scheme. Come on now. If you coaching your son's little league team and you're not coaching to win in the fourth quarter, what you doing?
My thing is this. If they can't stop it, why are we going to stop doing it? If we're scoring touchdown that way, why are we going to stop doing it? Just because we down? They can't stop it. And that gets us back into games. So you just want us to throw because we're down. That's what I'm hearing.
No, Mike.
They cannot stop. That's not top 3 in the league.
No, Mike. But Mike, what he's saying is he's right in a way as far as you're going to have some type of balance. But the issue come down to is it's going to have to go from a week to week basis. Now, like you said, the offense is what it is the offense is not putting up the passing numbers like we're used to seeing. And like you said, and I'm an advocate for the run the damn ball culture. This is exactly what I want. But at the end of the day, the way that this brand of football is going to be is you're going to have those struggles like that. Especially when you're, like you say, if he doesn't trust him to throw the football, the question I would ask to you is, if he doesn't trust him to throw the football, why is he playing them in the first place?
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, K.
that's what I
Thank you.
really
If
just
he doesn't
said.
trust him
You
to throw
didn't
the
answer that,
football,
bro.
why is he playing him?
What we
Why is he
talking
starting
about?
him?
You didn't
Why
answer
is he
it. Now
starting
you
him, bro?
saying thank you.
That's a good question. That's a great
What
question.
are we talking about? That's the question I asked. Why we still Blackberry? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Black.
And hold on. Let me also put a part 2 to that question too. Is if he like I said, so if he's still playing him regardless of the numbers that Marcus Mariota is putting up or lack thereof, and he's still playing him, it's some type of it's going to be some type of trust there regardless. Because at the end of the day,
I'm not sure if I agree with that one, K-Style. You gotta remember, man, this is a guy that's mishandling the snap every game. He having fumble issues in the game. He not throwing.
I can point out at least maybe 4 of those fumbles ain't on him neither. Now that ain't all on him.
Am I right? Wasn't that what we were sold? And
you're talking about that one. You're talking about the one fumble. Like I said, I can count about 4 or 5 of them on some snaps. That was
and they don't even throw them boys the ball. Come on, man. You're a guru, then you drafting all these pass catchers, and you want to run ball control 30 plus times, 40 plus times.
So my question is, Blackberry, what you got for me, man?
Let me interject here. I think we need some in between here with Brandon. Okay, Brandon, I agree with you that I would have liked to see us throw the ball more in this past particular game, in the fourth quarter, in the third quarter. In this particular game, I would have liked to see us pass the ball more. But to say that a head coach, a offense coordinator, whoever, to say that they don't trust their starting quarterback to throw the ball, it's asinine. You don't start a quarterback and don't trust him to throw the ball on any level. If he's the starting quarterback, he's expected to know how to throw the ball in the offense when it's time to throw the ball. Why draft these very dynamic pass catchers? Because when it's time to throw the ball, you want dynamic pass catchers catching the ball. But your offense is a running offense. But when it's time to throw the ball, you trust that your quarterback can throw the ball. We've seen him make throws down the field. We've seen him take shots down the field. Has he overthrown some shots? Yes. Has he underthrown some shots? Yes. But has he made some of those throws? Yes. We've seen him connect with Olamide Zaccheaus deep a plethora of times this year.
The mere bird. We literally just saw that on the big play.
We just saw it this past week. We saw him trust Mariota to throw the ball in the red zone many times this season. Hell, we'll run first team, and they threw their first touchdown last week to a tight end we had just put on the 53-man roster.
To go with that, anybody know what his quarterback rating is? Anybody know what his quarterback rating is right now?
It's probably over 100.
It's close. His quarterback rating right now, and like I said, just this year, he's completing over 61% of his passing, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. And his quarterback rating is 90.4. So the fact of the matter is there's no proof to say that he doesn't trust him. Nobody starts a quarterback. Nobody starts anybody to say, I don't trust you.
That's
nobody. Number one. Nobody. Like I said, on any level. I'm not putting anybody, like I said, anybody on this particular network, you're not getting on here embarrassing me. You're going to have to know your stuff. We don't put people who don't back up their claims with actual stats and facts behind them. So the issue that we have with the statement as far as Mariota and Ritter is concerned, is that there are so many other issues with this team. The Dahlman, his snaps, Wilkinson, his inability to be consistent. The running backs. The running backs going back and forth. All these guys are injured. We got 2 injured running backs right now. There's so many issues to go through. Yeah, we got a lot of issues when it comes on. So it's Desmond Ritter. Can we say that this issue is solely a Marcus Mariota when we don't know for sure that maybe Drake London is struggling as a wide receiver? Maybe Kyle Pitts is struggling to get open against double teams. We don't know that.
Gotta look at the
film. We can't just say it's all Marcus Mariota's fault and say, all right, if we just change the quarterback, everything is gonna be well.
So that would kind of be the next question. So how soon, and Brandon, this is a question for you. So how soon do you think that they need to make the switch?
K-Styles, you need to have your best players play. That's just the bottom line. You need to have your best players play, the ones that put you in the best position to win in the game. You can't tell me that a man throwing the ball 13 times, he got one play for 75 yards, and then he got 50 yards for the rest of the game, is your best player that can put you in a position to win. He missed that post route. Hold on. He missed that post route every single week. And he finally made it this week on a busted coverage to DeMille Bird. He done missed that play at least 3-4 times. They run it every week. So, bro, you can't tell me in practice. Let's have a legitimate competition this week, and whoever's the best is gonna play. Whoever's not gonna back them up. Y'all are the ilk. Well, we winning. We competitive. So why change anything? You change it because your passing offense is not working. Period. Y'all cannot deny that, man. You know what your eyeballs see, man. You should have way more volume, way more explosiveness, way more multi-dimensional ability. Right now, you coming in the game, all you do is run. Them defensive coordinators get paid a ton of money, man. They're going to shut that down. Let
me ask you this, Brandon. Can I ask Brandon a question?
Hold on. Let me get it. So you still didn't answer my question, though. How soon? How soon do you put Ritter in?
Like I say, you have a competition this week at quarterback. If he the best player, if he beat him. But did you just say is we can't win with a guy throwing the ball 13 times? How soon do you put Ritter in? Like I say, you gotta have a competition.
You didn't say anything, bro. You didn't say anything about competition. You said that Mariota wasn't it because Arthur Smith doesn't trust him throwing the football. How soon do you put Ritter in?
He does.
Now we ain't talking about no competition. We're not talking about competition. I'm talking about
why not, K-Style?
Listen. From your standpoint, when do you put Ritter in? Don't talk about competition because you've already said that Mariota missed on a lot of throws. Mariota ain't throwing in the ball enough. How soon do you put Ritter in?
You should have put Ritter in. You should have put Ritter in last week. You should have put him in last week. You should have put him in when you down 18 in the fourth and you want to run ball control. That's the perfect time to see if he can make some throws. Why not put him in? You're not getting nothing from the quarterback. Why not put him in?
Did Mariota turn the ball over?
When?
I'm asking you. Did he turn the ball over?
Are you saying he turned the ball over this season? He got like 7 fumbles.
Last week, did he turn this past Sunday?
Man,
did he turn over the ball?
Let me tell you what he did. He fumbled the snap, dribbled the ball, got it back, and fell forward for the first down.
Did he?
Come on, go ahead, Blackberry. Go do this thing.
Come on.
You said the key word. He fumbled the ball, got it back, and still got the first down.
That's your starting quarterback mishandling the snap every week, bro. That's not what you need. That you don't see that in the NFL. I ain't seen that. That's middle school ball.
I mean,
I'm-
Matt
Now you talking
Ryan
about now you asked me a question, did he
9
turn the
fumbles
ball
on the
over?
season.
No, he
You
didn't
see
turn
that.
the ball over
Matt
last week.
Ryan
Thank
literally
you.
got 9 fumbles.
No,
20
he-
turnovers.
But we're not comparing him to Matt Ryan, sir. We comparing him to him. He is him.
Nah.
He's his
Nah,
own
we
player.
gonna keep Matt Ryan out of this. We're just gonna keep
Yeah.
it on this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said,
Yeah. Man, Mariota, man, listen. Mariota turns the ball over. We all know this. Like
at
we
the,
don't
win.
win all season. He done done it all season. He done done it
No,
all season. He didn't do it yesterday.
I won't specifically. When did he turn the ball over this season?
Man, come on, man. He lost the Saints. Well, I ain't gonna say he lost the Saints game. He turned the
How
ball
many
over.
games
No,
ago
hold
was
on, I'm
that?
gonna tell you. He turned the ball over in the Saints game in the red zone within the 5-yard line. Did he not, sir? Did he not?
Oh no, I want you to go down the list.
Okay, well, I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you. He turned the ball over in the Saints game. That was a fumble in the 5-yard line. Did he not? He turned the ball over not Tampa Bay. The next game against the Rams, he threw the pick in the 4th quarter. He mishandled the snap every game. You know this. Come on, man. You can pull up his stats. You can Google it just like I can. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
since you're not gonna finish it, I'll finish it for you. He
Okay,
hasn't turned the ball over in 3 games. 3 games, he has not turned over the ball. He only had 1 incompletion last week, and it was in the 4th quarter in garbage time.
That was his best game.
The game
That was
before
his
that,
best
he didn't
game.
turn the ball.
That was
The
his
game
best
before
game. That
that,
was his
he
best
didn't turn
game
the
of the
ball
year.
over.
Huh?
The game before that, he did not turn the ball over.
He didn't turn the ball over what game? The Cleveland game?
In
You
3
said he
straight
turned the ball
games.
the
Cleveland and San Fran in this
You
game
said
right
he's
here.
turned.
But
Right.
But listen, he don't have to turn. He's not throwing it like that. All you got to do is not fumble, Marcus. That's all you got to do.
Whose
Come on,
fault
man.
is it? Whose fault is it that a quarterback only gets 13 throws in a game?
That's my point. The coach don't.
Is
trust
it
him
the
to throw.
quarterback's fault?
Coach don't
So
trust
what
him to
made?
throw.
Well, wait a minute. If
Coach
he's
don't trust him to
starting, if he's starting over Ritter, what makes you think he gonna trust Ritter to throw more than 13 times in that game last week?
Because Ritter gives you
Just
the
going,
opportunity.
just
I'ma tell you
going
why.
off of your logic. Going off your logic.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Ritter is the more pro-ready quarterback than Marcus
Off of-
Mariota. Marcus
off of
Mariota
what?
is not a pro quarterback. He's a
Off of
running
what?
back. Off
Where are
what?
you
What
getting
mean?
that from?
Sir, he was the number 2 pick in the draft. He got traded because he was a buck.
I need some fucking liquor.
hey, look. But here's the thing, and I'm glad.
No, but he's saying, hold on. He's saying he telling me why is Mariota not a pro quarterback? I'm gonna tell him. He was benched after being the number 2 pick. He went to Las Vegas. He didn't start for 2 years. He comes here and he starts for 7 games, and look at his numbers. Look at what he's produced. He had 1 good game. Come on, man. You telling me that's a pro style quarterback?
How many good games Desmond Ritter got?
With?
How many good games Desmond Ritter got?
He haven't played. You got to play the boy to see what he can do. That's just common sense. You telling me you saying how many games he got? We don't know what he can do. Huh?
He lost the starting competition. He lost it.
It was never a competition. The man said, "Oh, Mariota's my guy off the rip." It was never a competition. You can't tell me that you playing the best player and it's not a competition, bro. You got to earn your spot. I ain't never played football and gave a player anything. You got to earn your position. How is he earning his position?
So you telling me based off what you saw this preseason out of Desmond Ritter that he earned the starting position?
Absolutely.
Oh goodness! I'm glad you ain't the GM or the coach.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
Boy.
Absolutely. Did you see Ritter this preseason? That man throwing the ball all over the field. He looked good. He could do way more than Mariota in the passing game. This is undisputable. This is indisputable. But I understand y'all want to stay with it because you know who ain't playing
a damn game.
Who Ritter? Yeah, because the coach ain't played and the coach is stubborn. That's clear. But we don't have no passing game. We one dimensional and we got exposed. So you see what happened. We better pray we could stay scoring with teams. Because if we can't, we ain't gonna win. That's just the truth.
So
you better pray you can score with teams.
So hold on. So So when they decide to put Ritter in, and you say he's the more pro-ready quarterback, are you willing to stick with Ritter after this season, or are you going to be more so in the train of I want Bryce Young and CJ Stroud?
Man, it's a lot of hesitation, man. Come on, man. Don't hesitate.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
No, did you hear what did you hear the question?
Yeah, you said, do I want Stroud or Young? I don't want neither one, Stroud or Young. What I want is an evaluation of my quarterbacks, a proper evaluation,
no.
So we can know what we got.
Right, but like I said, so if you decide to put Ritter in right now and he doesn't live up to it, are you going to be on the train for them to draft another quarterback next year?
He want us to be the Carolina Panthers. That's who he want us to be. He want us to go through a quarterback carousel every season. That's what he want.
That's all I needed to know right there. That's all I needed to know right there.
So basically, what I've learned for today's show is even though we're winning, even though teams can't stop us from running the damn ball, we should stop running the damn ball, even when it's working, because we're down and getting back into games. That's what I learned from tonight.
I got a question for him too, and I'm glad Madness brought it up. So, Brandon, would Lamar Jackson make this team any better?
No, okay, we not.
No. I'm asking these questions right here because these are all the questions that be circulating around.
You gonna do that? You gonna read it, boy? I need a shot, bro. God damn, boy, I'm getting drunk as fuck tonight, bro. Yeah, you there, man? You there?
I don't think we're gonna get nothing else from him.
All right, so
I was on my best behavior. K-Star told me to stop, so I stopped. So y'all don't try to act like I wasn't on my best behavior.
Basically, what we just heard is it's not so much about seeing if Ritter is the guy. It's more so of it's more for 2023 than it is for 2022.
We just want to see what other guys got, because even if we win games, even if we're first place and we have an opportunity to go to the playoffs, we should stop doing that. Stop doing what the hell would get us in this position to begin with.
To have a quarterback competition. To have a quarterback competition.
Bro?
Can't have a quarterback competition. Like I said, if you got a quarterback that you deem is not doing the job, that's when you're supposed to put in the guy behind him. Because if you already have it in your mindset that this guy's no good, why have the competition and just skip straight on to the next guy?
Look, his own words. He's tripping over his own words. You're saying that the better quarterback, he's not the better quarterback, but you're saying maybe Ritter is.
Right.
If he's the better quarterback, there doesn't need to be a competition.
Right. Like you said right here, Ritter is the future of the Atlanta Falcons. He just being prepped on high level. Exactly. That is all we goddamn say. That's all we been saying.
On top of this, look. Everybody know I'm a quarterback guy. I'm very hard on quarterbacks.
Hey, William Amy, man, my apologies. Look, hold on, let me get a William Amy, that's my bad, man. Like I said, we kind of got caught up in it. But we'll definitely do this again, and we'll have you on. We'll have you on the show with it next time, man. We just got caught up in it. Go ahead, Mike.
But the thing is the reason everybody keep talking about why other quarterbacks are starting. Peyton Manning had Tom Moore, Bruce Arians, and that's just the two I can think of right now. Some of the greatest offensive minds. The guy, the black quarterback, I forget his name right now. The back coach who was for the Detroit Lions, but he goes on. He was part of that team also. The Colts had some of the greatest coaches behind Peyton Manning. So when he was ready, when they drafted him, he had everything possible known to man to make sure that he was going to be that guy. The same thing for Matt Ryan. When Matt Ryan was drafted, guess what? The Falcons had a running back, they had an offensive line, they had the coaches, they had the defensive coaches, they had the defensive line, they had everything ready for him. So when he was ready to take the field, he would play at least an above average scale. So this is the issue we were talking about. The Falcons don't have a defense that can take over. The Falcons' wide receiver core is absolutely young. The running game, we're running. Let's just keep it real. We got a wide receiver who's our star running back, a 5th round pick, and 2 undrafted free agents. Let's keep it real. That's not good enough to throw a rookie in with this. But what gets us wins is running the ball, playing complimentary football, controlling the clock, and not making mistakes. And then when we make those mistakes, that's when we get down early. This is why we lose games, because we make those mistakes. We have to play perfect ball in order to win games, because we don't have the talent right now. So this is one of the reasons why he, quote unquote, doesn't trust quarterback, because we don't have the talent, people. We got to wait till these guys develop. Stop trying to rush we try to rush the process in order to fix our own ego. And that's the problem. That right there is what's going on with the Indianapolis Colts. They're going to have to blow that whole team up because the owner's so impatient, he ready to get rid of everybody because he's impatient.
We got 2 top 10 pass catchers, bro. We got 2 top 10 pass catchers, bro. That's plenty of talent. That's 2 top 10 pass catchers in the last 2 years. And you talking about talent? We got plenty of talent. Man, come on, man. Don't tell me that the man ain't got nobody to throw to. He got Drake London and Kyle Pitts. You telling me
that's not
Lamar,
the point he making?
You telling me that Lamar Jackson with Drake London and Kyle Pitts wouldn't throw for over 4,000 yards?
Lamar Jackson hasn't.
He's not doing it with the weapons he doing.
Come on, man.
He ain't doing it with the weapons he got.
He don't have no Drake London and Kyle. When the last time a Ravens have drafted a receiver in the top 10?
Mark, you telling me? Hold on. You telling me that they tight end ain't a
Mark Andrews is a 1,300 yards.
I mean, Mark Andrews is good, but is he a top 10, top 4 tight end drafted to change the league? No,
actually, he's ranked. He's ranked that. He's ranked.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all saying we ain't got no
bro. Look it up, bro. He's ranked in the top 3.
Yeah, I'm saying, but I'm talking about what he was drafted and to be as. Kyle Pitts is not being used in this offense, bro. He is completely being wasted, and that is on the coaching and that is on the quarterback. You got to get the man the ball. But you, like I say, y'all are other ilk. Well, we winning. Hold on, y'all are other ilk. Y'all are other ilk.
No, wait. Look, I'm done with this bullshit. How the fuck do you make? How do we make a Pro Bowl and you wasting talent? What are we talking about, people? We're not doing this because you don't like the style of offense or whatever it is. It's being wasted. There's a bigger picture when we talk about what the Falcons and what any team. This has nothing to do with the Falcons. The reason why the Carolina Panthers right there is because they're trying to rush the damn process. They're trying to get to a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield. They're trying to get to a Super Bowl with whatever his name
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. They rushing the process. And now they right back where they didn't want to be, blowing the whole team up. They trade Cincy all because they rushed the process. Now you have 3 quarterbacks that absolute garbage because you wanted to play musical chairs with the dang on quarterback. Let's stop it, people. We're not doing this. We don't rush the process because we want to play like man, bro. This is not man.
But I thought this year's goal was to set up for 2023 anyway. Isn't that what we've heard the whole off season? It's not about 2022, it's about 2023.
Yeah. We gotta stop this fantasy world that we live in. Playing with people's lives. Playing with people's, like, you got players that go to teams for a specific reason, and you just say, fuck him, because I want to see what this other guy can do. Players actually come to teams because they want to be a part of a system, and you saying, all right, fuck all them, I want to see what Desmond Ritter about. Well, screw him, I want to see what Kyle Pitts is about. I'm just going to worry about giving Kyle Pitts the ball all the time. Bigger issue. That's not how you win championships. Bill Belichick has made a living off of this for years, for 20 plus years, getting players coming in the system and out of the system. He don't give a damn about individual players. It's about the system. Buying into it and executing it. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring up one play that I bet if this play goes a different way, I bet you we don't hear all this bullshit about Mariota and Ritter. I bet you we don't. I bet you if we come back on that last drive against the Rams and score that touchdown, I bet you ain't none of y'all seeing this shit right.
Bro, nobody ain't complaining. You absolutely, we were 100% right on that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody complaining. If we beat the Rams, ain't nobody complaining.
Because we threw the ball to get back in that game.
Well, you better preach.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Or let's say he doesn't fumble it. They don't fumble in the red zone that first game against the Saints and they score a touchdown. Are we saying the same thing there as well?
Hallelujah, Jesus. Hallelujah.
If the majority of the expectation of the average Atlanta fan, the Atlanta Falcon fan, was 4 wins, like I said, these are the same people. These are the majority of the same people that said.
I got a question for you, I apologize.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Why were you up here talking about throwing the damn ball? Why the fuck are we ain't talking about giving up 550 fucking yards in the game? And excuse my, like, what are we talking about? We gave up 500 yards total. We up here talking about a freaking quarterback.
It's a great question.
Because nobody gives a shit. If you ain't scoring points, they don't give a shit if you giving up yards. And that's essentially what it comes down to. We got to do that. This is why I said that the whole team failed Sunday. Everybody. We can't just point it on one side of the ball. We can't point it at one position. Everybody played bad. There was runs that Tyler Algier had where he should have hit the hole, and he missed on some big runs for him bouncing around. Like you said, you had some throws Mariota should have made. You got Dean Pease playing Michael Walker for God knows why when you have Troy Anderson, who's been balling his ass off for the last game and a half. You had a practice again. Like I said, you had a practice squad player guarding a number 1 receiver. You had Abdullah Anderson on the offsides, jumping offsides on the play that that would have been resulted in an interception. You had Elijah Wilkinson out there on the field looking lost as hell on the one play where Mariota got sacked, where Elijah Wilkinson was standing at the line of scrimmage looking around to see what the fuck was going on while everybody else was blocking. The Cincinnati Bengals scored 14 points in damn near 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm. The key point of what he said is we need to throw the ball when we're down. Okay? Just understand what I'm saying right now. Understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. We need to throw the ball when we're down. The fact of the matter is we shouldn't be down 21 points in the first quarter. I mean, it's not that damn hard to understand, bro.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
Good Lord.
But not only that, we still ran the ball and closed it to 2 possessions.
So
before
why
the half.
change it if it's working? If you can't stop it, why I'm gonna change it? I'm gonna keep shooting this. If I'm Steph Curry, bitch, if I'm hitting 50-foot 3-pointers and you can't stop it, why am I gonna stop shooting them threes? If I'm LeBron, if you can't stop me from going to the hole and dunking on your ass, why the fuck am I gonna stop doing it? What are we talking about, people?
Make it make sense.
I don't make it make sense, dog. Make it make sense. We live in a fantasy world.
See,
we want to focus on what everybody does bad. We want to focus on what everybody does bad. But it's about the team, bro. It's about the team. The man had 300 yards in the second quarter. He had 300 yards passing in the second quarter, people.
He had 300 yards in the second quarter, and it took them to put Troy Anderson in the game for him to get 100 and some yards in the second half.
You better preach.
Like you said, the key word is this is a running football team, which means at the same time, your defense have to also, you have to rely on your defense to make stops as well. This is why when you see those predominant special teams as well, this is why when you see teams coming up where you see a lot of predominantly run teams always have to have some type of stout defense.
Yeah. That's why the Ravens invest so heavily in the kickers and punters and special team guys who can return the ball. They rely on that because that's the style that's going to win games.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be a run and a physical team, you got to have your special teams on lock. If you're going to play this style, you're going to have your fundamentals on lock, which means you're going to lessen the opportunities for other teams to get after your quarterback, to get those sacks, to get those fumbles. If you're handing the ball off, you can't throw interceptions if you're handing the ball off. You see, I'm just not very smart, but you can't throw interceptions. You can't.
And the one aspect of the football game, and we're gonna kind of close this show on because we've been on here a little bit longer than we expected. The one aspect of these football games that we are not talking about, and is the reason why these Falcons have been in these football games, despite them not having those major passing games, it's a certain word that they like to use. What's that word that they? Oh yeah, momentum. Momentum is a real thing here.
Yeah.
Now,
when demoralizing teams when they know when you go run the ball, they can't do a damn thing about it.
Now, just like with Blackberry here, and I'm gonna shout out Blackberry because he did the scenario thing as well. We had this same conversation about this football game, if the Falcons didn't go 3 and out on their first possession in the second half.
Nope.
They had 2 3-and-outs though, K-Style.
I'm just talking about the. I'm talking
They
about
had
the
2
very.
back-to-back though, K-Style.
No,
They had 2 back-to-back.
Damn, I was surprised you're still here. But
Right.
I'm talking about the very
Hey,
first one. I'm talking about the very first one. I'm talking about when you had the momentum. Like
what
you
do
said,
you like about this team? I want to understand. Like, let me ask you that question. What do you like about this team?
Man, we were playing good. You know what I'm saying? The physicality of this team is totally different. We're a much more physical team. The defense is much better than it was last year. Y'all saying we gave up 500 yards. We missing A.J. Terrell, Casey Haywood, and the backup corner. You're gonna give up yards to Joe Burrow, man. That's just gonna happen. Joe Burrow and that passing offense is one of the most dynamic passing offenses in the NFL. You have to be able to keep up with them. If you can't do that, you're gonna struggle. So you can't do that if you're going 3 and out twice in the second half. Like you said, we had the momentum, but who brought us back? It wasn't running the ball. It was the long throw on the busted coverage, and it was an excellent return, like you said, special team, excellent return by the boy Williams, and we kicked the field goal. But what happened? Come back out, offense is anemic, can't throw the ball, we one-dimensional, we can't come back. Then what did your coach do? Ball control in the fourth quarter down 18. It makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense.
Let me ask you another question. Hold on. Let me get this. Let me ask you one more question. All right. So will we agree to the fact that the Cincinnati Bengals did go to the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, we can agree.
So the second part of that question is, I'll say this. Let me say this. The number 1 ranked defense in the league was the Buffalo Bills, right?
I mean, they told me last week it was 49ers. They said last week we were playing the number 1 defense in the NFL.
No, the season before.
Yeah, last year.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
were they the number 1 defense?
Where I'm getting is that we had some of the best defenses in the league that couldn't handle that offense. What makes you think that we can stop them or get in a shootout when we don't have those weapons, either on offense or defense? So we have to play our game. We can't compete with them. We can't shoot with it, like I said, like if it was basketball, we can't shoot with the Golden State Warriors. Why even try? So you got to play your game, or else you gonna lose the game right off rip. Trying to play their game, you got to stick to what we do. We're not built like that.
No, I ain't say play that game. I didn't say that. I said keep up with them. You got to be able to score.
Yeah, but like I said, this is why I was saying about that very first. This is why I asked the question: if Falcons, because you have to think about it, it's 35-17, well 28. What was it? 28.
We was down 10 when we came back out of halftime. We was down 10.
We were down 10. I did want to make sure I get that right. So you come out in that drive, you still have enough time to establish your dominance, establish what you can do as far as running the ball. You're still within that range.
Yep.
Like you said, this is why I say that's one of the most under talked about points when it comes to football is momentum shifts. This is one of the most underrated aspects of all sports is momentum shifts. Now, we can say, well, yeah, he didn't throw the ball. They didn't throw the ball, or like we can't be down 18 points. Who'd have said if they would even just got a field goal on that first drive, would we be saying the same thing? Because remember, that defense only gave up 7 points in the second half.
Right. And we didn't score in the second half.
Right. So the thing is what the argument is the Falcons right now, the way that they're set up is they have to play perfect football. You can't make no mistakes. This is how this team is built. You can't build it on you can't have no mistakes. You can't have 3 and outs. We averaged so far before last week, we averaged 23, 24 first downs a game. We only got 13. That was already a downfall right there. Defense gave up 330 passing yards in the first half. No excuses like that. We averaged 3.4 yards per carry running the ball. No.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, regardless on if you put most of the blame on Mariota or not, it's not just Mariota. The whole team failed Sunday.
It's the coaching. It's the coaching, bro. It ain't on Marcus. If he can't do it, he can't do it. But they got to, man, listen, man, your coach got to put you in the best position. He got to put the team in the best position. And he ain't doing that. So that ain't on the player.
But if he didn't put him in the best position, we'll be 0-7 right now, too.
I can't say that, K-Style. I'm talking about this game this weekend. I'm talking about the game Sunday. The game Sunday, he didn't put him in the best position.
Let me help you out with that. Let me help you out with that. If we start that first drive in that second half, the way we scored on that first touchdown we got, which was running the ball. If we do that on that first drive in the second half, it's a whole different game.
But Rex, it's called making adjustments, bro. Them teams make adjustments, bro. They got it on film. Come on, man. Y'all act like these folks don't coach for a living, man. They're going to make adjustments, man. They're going to shut down what you
but they still can't stop it.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, you're going to say they can't stop it, but you got 2-3 and outs in the second half, and when you first got the ball, they stopped it then. Come on, bro.
I've seen this
because they went to throw the football.
I've seen this team make some of the best. I've seen this team make some of the best adjustments in the second half out of any team this season.
When?
All season. Man, this defense gives up the fewest points in the second half in the entire league.
That's when we was healthy. So
they gave up 7 points in the second half.
Okay, wait. I'm glad you said that. If you know that this past game is just a circumstance or situation, why are we all so ready to blow shit up and start a quarterback who has no starting experience in the NFL? Just because of one game.
We lost to the Super Bowl runner-up. Stop smoking crack, bruh. Stay off the weed. We lost to the Super. We didn't lose to a scrub-ass team. Our losses came to playoff teams. Every loss this year, it came because of playoff teams. We lost a playoff team. Y'all act like we out here losing the
the only non-playoff team we beat was the Seahawks. No, Seahawks made the playoffs last year, but that wasn't no Russell Wilson.
The Saints some scrubs, bro. They some scrubs, and I'm gonna tell you, the Bengals wasn't world beaters. They were 3-3. So we ain't just beating or losing.
We was 3-3.
These teams,
we had the same record.
Average team.
I'm not doing this no more.
I mean, am I lying? The Saints 1-5.
I'm not doing this.
But when we played the Saints, we was 0-0, right?
They 1-5, K-Style.
They
below average.
But when we played the Saints, it was 0-0. Remember the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints were projected to win 9 to 10 games this year. We played in the first game. It was 0. The records was 0-0. Nobody knew the Saints was going to be like this.
Paper Tiger is exactly that, a paper tiger. Them boys terrible. And like I say, the Bengals was 3-3. They was desperate. They needed a win. They was desperate. They got to keep pace with the AFC. They not world beaters, bro. We just couldn't match up. Our secondary is in shambles. You missing AJ Casey and D. Alford. Come on, bro. Isaiah Oliver just came off IR. Come on, bro. You can't compete with Jamar Chase, Boyd, and Higgins. You can't do it. And especially can't do it if all you want to do is run the ball. Drake London got 1 target. Come on, man. You can't win like that. You down 18. Why not air
Maybe
the
that's
ball out?
Drake damn fault. Maybe that's the fucking Drake fault. You ever think of that?
Maybe she will.
Like, if you ain't getting open, if you ain't getting targets, maybe it's your fault.
But hold on. How could it be his fault if he's the highest graded offensive rookie per PFF? How is it his fault?
You starting to sound like these. You starting to sound like these fantasy football guys, man.
How am I sounding like a fantasy football guy?
Because
we've already debunked that PFF shit.
They had Cornell Armstrong ranked as the second or third. I forget it, but a second or third in this game. Cornell Armstrong, the same guy that was getting cooked all game, was ranked second or third on PFF out of all the Atlanta Falcons to play. And Grady Jarrett wasn't even on the list. Man, what are we talking about, people?
Caleb Huntley wasn't even drafted.
No, he wasn't drafted. But I'm saying Drake this year is in position to win offensive player, offensive rookie of the year.
I don't give a damn about none of that. Like, we about to end this. We don't do man ratings up in here, bro. You up here talking about
y'all got me staying up past my bedtime. I got
we not doing this. We don't do man ratings over here. We don't do dreams and wishes and I wish upon a star that Marcus Mariota would come into the game and throw 300 yards and 2 touchdowns and he run for 4-4. I'm like, what are we talking about, bro? All this what if. The fact of the matter, if the Atlanta Falcons are 3-4, tied for first place with a chance to go to the playoffs, and we were up here trying to play musical chairs at quarterback. Until we are out of it, nothing should change. Period. Nothing. No coach should make a move when you're still in it. When you're out of it, that's when you make a change. But it makes no sense to make a change when you're still number one. We number one. Yeah, we number one in the NFC South. So we shouldn't be making changes. And that's all, bro.
Except for starting Michael Walker.
I don't need to see Mike Walker on. If he's gonna play on my field, he need to be on the outside. He need to be outside linebacker. I don't need him nowhere near the middle.
For real. Yeah.
I don't need him nowhere near the damn middle, boy. Ain't no way in hell. So we definitely appreciate everybody, man, tuning in. Hold on. You know what? Nah, I ain't even gonna do the music this time, man. God damn it, y'all. But
you got emotional. Y'all, you gotta get smarter. Shit. You make a motherfucker scream with the dumb shit y'all be talking about. You want to we in first place. Well, let's just know we gonna get rid of Marcus Mariota. Even though we in first place, let's just get rid of him. I don't understand that logic. Why do we have a team that has been getting beat the exact same way all year? The exact same way. The game plan that Cincinnati used is the same game plan that everybody's been using. The only difference this time, we just didn't have the players to see the game plan. There's nothing changed. It's not the coaching, because we got those wins with that very same. So obviously it's not the coaching. The problem is the players have to execute. And this is what we're saying, that maybe Kyle Pitts isn't as good of a route runner. Maybe Drake London is not as good of a route runner. Maybe he's not ranked as high as people think he is. But only time will tell.
Or hell, maybe you just need to give it some time and let it flourish.
Let it flourish. Let it flourish.
But like I said, it was a good conversation, man. Hey, man, Blackberry, man, appreciate you joining on with us, man. Jesus Christ.
I just look. I just wish people would just answer simple questions. That's all. We couldn't even get simple question answer. Yes or no. Just yes or no. Is Kyle Pitts a great player? One of the top tight ends? Man, we don't know. Man, what are we talking about? This man was in a Pro Bowl rookie year. We talking about we don't know, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This
Or maybe
defense
you
is
just
much better than
maybe
what it was.
or maybe and I'm gonna give y'all some food for thought. Maybe it's meant to go down this way to show Desmond Ritter what to do, what not to do. Pick Mariota's brain based on what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And that, my friends, is what they call development of a quarterback. And like I said, and that's why I said before, this is why I say people, like I said, some people were not ready for the rebuild. You can't ask for the Michael Vick experience with Matt Ryan numbers. It don't work like that. I'm gonna keep harping that. Because all season, all we heard was if we get a mobile quarterback, this team is a playoff team. They didn't say how good of a quarterback he be. They just say if he can move. You got the quarterback now.
Hell, I was one of them, K-Style. I was one of them guys wanting. I was one of them.
No, but the thing about it is like, it's nothing wrong with that.
It's not.
But the thing is, you have to have an expectation behind it as well. You just can't say, okay, I just need my quarterback to move. That's it.
Exactly. It's about the expectations. If you expecting the guy that come in when you finally get what you want to everything to just be perfect, you're not being realistic.
Right.
You're just not being realistic, man.
That's it, like I said, that's why these next 3 games are going to be very important. It's going to be very important. And this is where we're going to find out how soon are they going to pull the trigger, or are they going to let it ride? Because you got 2 games against Carolina and you got a game against the Chargers. And both of these teams are struggling.
I just ain't seen enough. I ain't seen enough wrong from Mariota to put him on the bench, bro. Simple as that.
That's what it comes down to, Black. That's the issue. I'm not saying that this guy. I literally just got into I won't even say an argument, but a debate with somebody about Mariota needs to do such and such better. He need to, make a decision a lot quicker than what he's doing. So there is an issue with the passing game, but is it so bad that we need to not play him? He just won Player of the Week, bro. What are we talking about? I know, Blake. I know.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't want to mention. Look, he wanted to mention all the bad stuff, and this is what we talk about. Everybody want to focus all on the bad things that happen with this team. Nobody want to talk about the positive.
And this is why you always say you got to let people talk. That's why you didn't really hear us talk like that. You got to let people talk.
This ain't like my rants. Y'all know the rants I just go in, and I'll have the time. I don't even breathe when I'm ranting. But this is
that's why I say I was about to say notice when the questions came.
I want to see y'all this very quick. Just, and I've been saying this, but this is what y'all need. This is what y'all need to get ingrained in your head. This right here.
Let me point it out.
That's it. Thank you, Lyric Mom, for that.
That's hilarious. Exactly. Like I said, man, this loss against Cincinnati was needed. because because you get to go back to the drawing board and make adjustments. Now, if Marcus Mariota come out against Carolina and throw about 250 to 300 yards this game, are we
We're gonna have this
stand
conversation for no reason.
Exactly.
We're gonna have this conversation for no reason.
Exactly.
Patience. Gotta be patient, man. That's why I hate predictions. Everybody know you can barely get a prediction out of me. I hate them because 9 times out of 10, your ass is gonna look stupid. I don't like looking stupid. I like being right. I like being right. I'm just saying.
All right, so let's go ahead and
What? See, it's your damn fault. We been there been 3 hours. You want to sit in here and put the dang on leak. You know what happened when that? This is his fault. This is all K-Style's fault.
Kind of good to give him a little show here. We don't do it that often.
Just a little.
I don't do it that often.
I apologize.
I let it slide this time. Like, you're not going to get those that often, so I'm just letting y'all know that now. So, definitely appreciate everybody tuning in to the Cooler Talk Monday. Shouts out to Blackberry for joining us. Shouts out to Brandon and William as well. This is where we talk about having conversations. But at the end of the day, it's all about getting the understanding. So, until next time, people. We ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Ooh, yeah. Dig it.
You ain't gotta go home. I don't know why I'm holding this mic like I got a CB radio or something.
We about to do a Maxwell. You know, about to say like Maxwell.
Oh my God, boy. Oh, don't do that.
Hey.
Don't nobody want to hear it.
Hey, it was one of them joints y'all was playing the other night. I was about to freestyle on that bit. I was finna come over here and start freestyle.
Oh,
I know what
boy.
you're talking about. I know what you're
talking about, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna have another one ready. I'm trying to find something right now. I'm trying to find something smooth. So until next time, people. Deuces. God.